So, what if you could unlock a retirement that's filled, not with doctor's appointments and medical bills, but with genuine, absolute freedom? In this explainer, we're going to discover how the food you put on your plate might just be the single most powerful key to securing the vibrant, independent future you've worked so hard for.
Let's just start with a really important question, one that a lot of us think about as we get into our golden years. If you really think about the future, really think about it, what's your biggest fear?
For a lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind is money. Running out of it, seeing the market crash, inflation. And yet, those are real worries for sure. But if you dig just a little bit deeper, what's truly at stake? It's not really the money itself, it's what that money represents. The real fear is losing your independence, right? Not being able to take care of yourself, or maybe the biggest one, becoming a burden on your family. But here's the good news. You have way more control over that than you probably. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of the matter. We're going to uncover the real villain behind what we've all been told are just age-related problems. And let me give you a hint. It has almost nothing to do with how many candles were on your last birthday cake. This one idea, it changes everything. Just think about that for a second. The stiff joints, the aches, the feeling of slowing down that we're all told is just a normal part of getting older. What if it's not normal? What if it's not about your age at all? What if it's a process we can actually stop, kind of like stopping rust from forming on a brand new car?
Now, this rust actually has a medical name. It's called chronic inflammation. And you can think of it as this invisible, low-level fire that's always burning inside your body. And what's the fuel for that fire? Well, for most of us, it's been a lifetime of sugars and processed carbs. It's this hidden force that's silently doing damage day in and day out. And make no mistake, this rust is a really big deal. It attacks your body's most important systems. When it gets into your joints, we call it arthritis. When it attacks the brain, it plays a role in dementia. In your blood vessels, it leads to heart disease. And taking pills for these things without fixing the root cause, that's kind of like just slapping a coat of paint over the rust on a crumbling pipe. Sure, it might look a little better for a short time, but the damage is still happening right underneath. So the big question is, how do we stop this rust from ever forming? Well, this is the really exciting part. It turns out we can make a huge change just by switching the kind of fuel we put into our bodies. I want you to think of your body like a hybrid car. It's got two engines. Now, for decades, we've been told to run on the sugar engine, the one that uses bread, pasta, and cereal for fuel. The problem is that engine burns really dirty. It leaves behind all this soot and grime as exhaust. That's the inflammation we're talking about, the rust. But we have a second option, the fat engine. This one runs on clean fuel like meat, butter, and avocado. And this engine, it burns incredibly clean. It doesn't just prevent new rust from forming, it actually helps to clean out the old rust that's already there. And what this all means is that we have to unlearn a giant myth that many of us grew up with, that fat is the enemy. Well, the truth is, natural, healthy fats aren't just okay for you. They are the essential, clean-burning fuel your body was actually designed to run on. They help build strong cells, and they actively fight that internal rust. And the results you can get from switching engines, they can be absolutely breathtaking and fast. This isn't something that takes years. People see incredible changes, like this one, in just a matter of weeks. After 3 weeks, my knee pain vanished. I threw away my cane. That's not just an improvement, that's total life transformation.
Okay, so let's tie this all together because getting this rust under control isn't just about your health, it's about your freedom. This is how your plate literally buys you back your independence and, in a very real way, your wealth. Let's just get real for a minute. Look at this number, $9,000 a month. That is the average cost of losing your physical independence in America. That's a figure that can make a lifetime of savings just evaporate in a shockingly short amount of time. So what's the prize we're really playing for here? It's independence. It's all about the simple but profound freedom to do these things for yourself, to shop for your own groceries, to drive your own car, to travel when and where you want to live your life without having to depend on your children for everything. By fighting inflammation with food, you are making a direct investment in that freedom. And that brings us to the second incredible prize, true wealth. And look, we're not talking about becoming a millionaire. We're talking about having the financial freedom to spend your money on things that bring you joy, your grandkids, a vacation, a new hobby, instead of just pouring it all into medical bills and prescriptions. It's the freedom to trade waiting rooms for the golf course. That's real wealth. All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but where on earth do I start? Well, the beautiful thing about this is its simplicity. This isn't some complicated 30-step plan. It all starts with one simple decision that you can make at your very next meal. Here it is. This is your game plan. It's so simple. On the left, you've got the inflammation bombs, the things that create that rust. On the right, you have the clean fuel. Starting tonight, just make one swap. That's it. Instead of the pasta, have a steak. Instead of the bowl of cereal in the morning, have some eggs with avocado. It's a simple trade that starts the entire process of switching your body's engine from dirty to clean. So, in the end, it really all boils down to this question. It's a powerful choice, isn't it? And the most important thing to realize is that this choice, it isn't made 10 years from now in a doctor's office. It's a choice you get to make today, at your own dinner table. The power is right there, on your plate.